What's going on, Cardinals? I'm Tanner. I'm here with Tripp, Tyler, and Grady.
Hello.
And we're back on the WCN for college picks. It's week 11. Had a good week 10. We had a bye week here in the podcast room, but we're back. And we're going to start it off hot with game 1. We've got LSU traveling to number 4, Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, me and Grady already know how this game's going to go.
Oh, yeah. We know.
This is going to be a blowout. LSU is going to get their butts whooped here. I mean, at home, Bryant Denny, it's going to be a blowout. Give me Bama.
LSU.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Do you have any explanation for that?
Yeah, tell us why, Tyler.
Yeah, tell us why you think LSU is going to come in with no coach.
You can't pick
and
Bama, dude.
beat Bama.
We already know this.
War Eagle.
Okay.
You're
Both
ridiculous.
teams-
You're crazy.
Both teams are coming off a bye. Brian Kelly just got fired. LSU has Frank Wilson filling in. Don't know who that is, but I don't think he does anything good for LSU for the rest of the year. Bama's one of the best teams in the country, so give me Bama.
No, I 100% agree with that. I don't agree with Tyler, though. Tyler is completely wrong. I don't care what team he cheers for. I think he needs to just understand by now that going against Bama is not gonna work good for him. So
Especially in
as
this
long
game.
as he goes against Bama, it's just not gonna be right. So give me Bama to destroy LSU.
I agree.
That's right.
Game 2, we've got the Navy midshipmen traveling to number 10, Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be anything special in this game. It's obviously Navy, Notre Dame. I mean, give me Notre Dame.
Navy coming off a loss last week, their first of the year. Notre Dame is just 10 times better than Navy in every aspect of the game. This game's not going to be very close. I'm going to take Notre Dame big.
Yeah, like you said, North Texas ruined Navy's perfect season last week. Notre Dame only beat Boston College by 15, which doesn't give me much confidence, but I think Marcus Freeman's best coach in the country. I think we beat Navy by a lot this week. Give me Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame started off the season bad. Everyone thought it was not going to be a good season for Notre Dame, but they turned around and now they're ranked number 10 in the top 10. That's kind of crazy to me. I can't lie. But yeah, they're having a good season, and I think Navy's going to go into Notre Dame and not play good and lose by a lot. So give me Notre Dame.
I agree. Game 3, we've got an SEC game. We've got Florida traveling to Kentucky.
I mean, yeah, you got DJ Lagway in the backfield for Florida. Crazy interceptions this season. It's really embarrassing. I mean,
For sure.
I don't know how he's going to perform against Kentucky. I don't know how Kentucky's been doing this season. Clearly not good. This game's going to be a toss-up. Give me Florida.
After what happened on Saturday, Kentucky beating Auburn 10-3, there's no way I'm picking Kentucky in this game. It was an absolute embarrassment. So glad we fired Hugh Freeze. I'm taking Florida, even without their head coach.
Yeah. I mean, Kentucky, I don't even know how they beat Auburn last week.
I do. I know how to beat Auburn.
It's just Auburn.
I'm glad for Auburn that they fired Hugh Freeze at that point. I thought he was a good coach until they lost to Kentucky, because that was just a terrible loss. I think DJ Lagway is too much for that Kentucky defense. Even at Kentucky, I'm going to take Florida.
You know, I'm kind of sad that Kentucky won. I can't lie. Because I'm kind of sad that Hugh Freeze got fired.
I know.
Because the longer they had Hugh Freeze, the longer they were going to be on that
Losing
path
streak.
of being not the best.
Mm-hmm.
I think
that-
awful is the word you were looking
Yeah,
for.
that is the word I was
It would
looking
have
for.
just gone downhill.
Awful. And that would have been, once they got against Bama with Hugh Freeze,
Oof.
would have looked real good for
Would have been a
Bama.
dub for Bama.
But, you know, it's okay. I'm happy for Auburn. Happy that they got that awful coach gone. But Florida, Kentucky, I think that after that Kentucky game, Kentucky's going to keep a roll going. I can't lie. I think that they're going to have a great game, and I think they're going to beat Florida.
Wow. I disagree. We'll see, though.
I mean, Florida's just not a good team.
Neither of them really are. Neither is Auburn. That's why they lost to Kentucky last week. But anyways, moving on to Game 4, we've got Wake Forest traveling to number 12, Virginia.
This is obvious. I mean, Wake Forest isn't going to do anything. Give me Virginia.
Virginia is currently number 1 in the ACC. They have the last spot in the college football playoff as of the first college football playoff poll. I don't think Wake Forest is very good. Virginia hasn't impressed me very much these past few weeks, barely winning their games. But I still think Virginia is better than Wake Forest and is going to come out on top in this one.
I thought Wake Forest was going to be good this year, having Robbie Ashford in the backfield with that great running back. But Virginia's looked really good this year. They're in the college football playoff as of right now if it ended today. I agree with you. I don't think they've looked very good the past 2 weeks, but I think they pick it up this week and beat Wake Forest.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Wake Forest is. I think they were good one in the past couple years.
Yeah.
They were good for like one time.
They're up and down.
They were ranked. I mean, I don't know, but this season's not the best season for them. So I think that Virginia has a.
My bad. All right, game number 5. We've got number 2 Indiana traveling to Penn State.
Yeah, this is going to be an obvious pick here. I mean, Indiana has been performing insane this season. It's honestly unbelievable. I did not see this coming. Coming from them at all. I mean, against Penn State, give me Indiana.
Penn State, no starting quarterback. Drew Aller's out for the year. They fired James Franklin. And Indiana has just been playing at an unbelievable pace. I think they have 5 games of 50-plus points this year, which is by far the most in the country. Fernando Mendoza is playing at a Heisman caliber level this year for Indiana at quarterback. This isn't going to be particularly close. I'm going to take Indiana big over Penn State.
Like you were talking about those 50-point games, Kurt Cignetti has been frustrated in those games, which shows that he's a good coach. Penn State hung around for a little bit last week against Ohio State, but I think Indiana's on the same level that Ohio State is. I don't think Penn State stands a chance. Give me Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana has a great quarterback that is a Heisman candidate, and I think Penn State is going to have a rough game, and it's going to be hard to beat this undefeated Indiana team.
Yeah.
So give me Indiana.
Yeah, we got a special guest coming on here, Cole Singley, switching out for me. Oh, never mind. Switching out for Grady Saltz. I guess
Grady Saltz.
Guess he wants to ditch the crew this week.
Cole Singley back here for the 3rd or 4th time? What is it?
Probably like the 5th time. I'm basically a regular now.
I remember
Number
a couple
one,
weeks ago, the last time you were on here, you went like 9-1. Definitely turned it around.
I definitely don't miss much. I know my stuff.
All right, well, we're going to go with your team here for Game 6. We're going to do Auburn, traveling to number 15, Vanderbilt.
You can start first, Tripp.
Oh, yeah.
I like to hear everyone's thoughts.
I'll start. Don't you worry. I'll start. I mean, Auburn just lost Hugh Freeze. Probably worst coach in the SEC right now. He's gone. Auburn has not been performing good at all this season. I mean, the first couple games, they were really showing that. I mean, I really thought they were going to do good, but I mean, throughout the season, it's just been downhill from there. I mean, Vanderbilt, they've been doing decent. They've been doing pretty good to keep their rank. I'm going to go Vanderbilt.
Auburn is one of 3 teams in the country not to give up more than 25 points this year, along with Ohio State and Indiana. And we just went through our gauntlet of Oklahoma, A&M, Georgia, Missouri.
Kentucky, go ahead and add them in there.
DJ Durkin, being the new interim head coach, hopefully brings a fire to the offense that is desperately needed. Hopefully, I think our defense is going to shut down Diego Pavia like we did last year. I think the game's going to be close. And since I'm an Auburn fan, I'm going to take Auburn in a close game on the road at Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt lost to Texas last week. That was a great game. Texas looked really good. But, Diego Pavia looked good last week against Texas, but couldn't get the job done. Arch Manning still, I mean, his numbers were good last week against Vanderbilt, but he really just threw screen passes and let his receivers do their thing. And Auburn lost to Kentucky last week. So that is the reason I will be picking against them this week. Give me Vanderbilt.
Yes, let me just go ahead and start this off by thanking Auburn administration for firing Hugh Freeze. Been known this needs to be done for a while, and they finally reached out and used my knowledge to their advantage. Also, another thing is I don't know what's going on back there in the quarterback room, because it seems like every single time we get a quarterback that's half decent and they come to Auburn, they get 10 times worse. So I don't know what we're back there coaching them. Another thing is that we would have a quarterback if Hugh Freeze would have listened to Tommy Tuberville and gotten Diego Pavia. Again, stuck with Peyton Thorne, who is not good. Then we went to Jackson Arnold, who was good at the beginning of the season, and now he's washed up over, what is it? What week is this?
11.
10 games, and he's terrible already. And then we got, what's the other dude's name?
Ashton Daniels.
Ashton Daniels. I mean, he did decent last week, but I mean, we play Kentucky, and he just doesn't know what's going on. It's like they're clueless out there. But Auburn does have that strong defense, as Tyler said. And so now that our defensive coordinator is leading the whole team, maybe he can bring some of his knowledge onto the offensive side, maybe reach out to me. I'll come assistant coach or something. For that reason, I will not be choosing Vanderbilt this week. I'll be choosing Auburn because I'm going to be a future coach there.
Okay.
Love to see it.
All right, game number 7. We've got number 3, Texas A&M, traveling to number 19, Missouri.
Yeah, Texas A&M has been moving incredibly this season. I mean, definitely when it comes to it, I mean, Alabama's going to obviously whoop Texas A&M. That's a given. But, I mean, they've been performing insane this whole season. They haven't seen one bad game from them, to be honest. Give me Texas A&M.
A&M is 1A, 1B with Ohio State for best team in the country. A&M has been playing spectacular football this year. Their defense is lights out. Missouri, they've been inconsistent ever since they lost to Alabama. And A&M, they're just so good this year. They're a national title contender, so I'm going to take A&M.
That running back from Missouri, still the top rusher in the SEC with 782 yards and 9 touchdowns this season. Obviously, Texas A&M has Marcel Reed in the backfield at quarterback. They're undefeated with him, and I think they remain undefeated through this game. I think they beat Missouri. Give me Texas A&M.
Yeah, so I really don't like Missouri after the Auburn game with them they played. Got into an altercation with a couple of Missouri fans when I was there. So I really don't like them. And Auburn also should have won that game because Hugh Freeze decides to go a run play on 3rd and 6. Doesn't make sense, but let's move on.
That's why he's fired.
It's exactly why he's fired. So for this reason, Missouri buns not good. All right, give me Texas A&M by 40.
All right, game number 8. The bottom of the ACC matchup here, we got Florida State traveling to Clemson.
I mean, I can't remember what week it was, but whenever Clemson played Troy, I mean, they almost lost that game. That was insane that they almost
Embarrassing.
lost. They almost lost to a Sun Belt team. That's not a good title to have. I mean, you haven't seen that from Florida State. I mean, it's going to be a close game. It's at Clemson, but I'm going to go with Florida State.
Florida State's win over Alabama just grows more confusing every week as Florida State hasn't won a single game in conference, I don't think. Clemson has been underperforming spectacularly this year. The loser of this game, I think the coach on either side is extremely close to being fired. If Clemson loses, I think it's the end of the Dabo Swinney era in Clemson. Them being at home, though, Florida State does not travel well, so I'm going to take Clemson.
I don't think the home field advantage for Clemson is going to affect Florida State this week, and I think Florida State is going to go into Clemson and beat the brakes off of them because I don't think Clemson's good. Florida State has a win against Alabama, but like you said, it is confusing every single week how they won that game. But I'm going to take Florida State.
Yeah, so Clemson basically does not have a head coach right now because their coach is not good. He was almost getting fired a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Fire me, and I'll go win somewhere else," which maybe he needs to do because he's not winning at Clemson. And he also said last week in his press conference, he said that he was expecting to get fired as soon as he walked off.
Yeah.
So I really do think that's going to happen this week when Clemson gets belted by Florida State, because Florida State is very capable, and it's definitely going to be a high-scoring game with Clemson having little to no points. So give me Florida State right there.
All right.
Tell.
Game number 9, we've got Tulane traveling to number 22, Memphis.
I mean, from last week or 2 weeks ago, Memphis played UAB. I don't know the outcome of that game, but I know it was a tight game the whole time I was watching it. It was very tight. Haven't really seen a game from Tulane this year. Clearly have not been performing well. So, honestly, I'll give it to Memphis.
Tulane has been playing pretty well this year. Memphis, obviously, they're ranked. It looks like they're going to be the group of 5 team to make the college football playoff. I think John Summerall for Tulane.
Continue.
Yeah, continue.
I think John Summerall from Tulane should be who Auburn goes after for their next head coach. I think he's a spectacular coach. He resurrected Troy's program. He resurrected Tulane. And I think he's good enough to coach in the SEC. But with that said, at Memphis has only lost 1 game this year. So I'm going to take Memphis to beat Tulane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still have Memphis in as the group of 5 team in the playoffs right now. If it ended today, Tulane has barely won all their games, but they do have a good record. Memphis did lose that game to to UAB, by the way.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take Memphis, even though they lost that game, to beat Tulane this week.
Yeah, so I honestly think this is going to be an extremely boring game. I'm not planning on watching this one. But I do think Tulane comes in with the upset this week. It's about time they finally start playing good, so maybe this is the week it'll happen. You never know. So give me Tulane over Memphis by a touchdown.
All right, we've got the game of the week. Don't forget your score predictions. We'll start with Tripp. We've got number 8 BYU traveling to number 9 Texas Tech.
Yeah, there's no question here for me. I mean, no explaining needed to be done. Texas Tech over BYU any day. Give me Texas Tech. Final score, I'll go with 27-20.
BYU is one of 4 remaining undefeateds in the country, along with Indiana, Ohio State, and A&M. Texas Tech lost 1 game to Arizona State, but that was without their quarterback. I think this game is going to be highly competitive. I think the home field advantage, though, for Texas Tech is a real thing.
Yeah.
Texas Tech is going to come out on top of this one 37-35.
It's pretty high scoring. I'm going to have to disagree with that pick. I think BYU has one of the best quarterbacks in the nation under the weather. But he's got it done for his team this year. They're undefeated. I think Texas Tech is going to play some good defense in this game. But I don't think either of the teams really have played anybody who's just drastically better than them. But even with the home field advantage for Texas Tech, I'm going to have to pick against them and go BYU here. I'm going to take them 28-24.
Yeah, so both these teams have pretty explosive offenses, I'd say. Pretty decent on both sides of the ball. So, honestly, it could go either way. It's either going to be a really low-scoring game or a really high-scoring game. I don't really think there's going to be any of that in-between. I don't know what Tripp's talking about. None of that's going to be in-between scoring stuff. I'm going to go on the low side here, though, and it's Texas. So, I mean, Texas is obviously going to win this. Texas Tech, obviously going to win. Everything's bigger in Texas, especially football. So give me Texas Tech over BYU, 3-0. No touchdowns were scored this game. Thank you. Have a good day.
What a prediction. Anyways, that wraps up Week 11 college picks. The picks are in. I'm Tanner Maloney, along here with
Tripp Votner.
Tyler Beeman.
Cole Singley, and in the back we got
Grady Saltz.
Big Ray. Grady Salts.
Come back next week to watch us for Week 12, and go Irish.
War Eagle.
Roll Tide.
Thank you, Auburn.